Imagine you are standing at the edge of a glittering, candlelit ballroom. For nearly a decade, you have stood in this exact spot, wearing dresses in awful shades of citrus that clash with your complexion. You are the classic wallflower. People walk past you, look right through you, and assume you have absolutely nothing of value to say. But what they don't know is that you are watching their every move. You know their secrets, their scandals, and their hidden motives. And tomorrow morning, every single person in this room will eagerly read your words to see who you have ruined and who you have praised. You hold the ultimate power in a society that ignores you, all while hiding in plain sight. But what happens when the one person you have loved from afar finally starts looking closely at you?
Hey readers! Busy life making it hard to finish books? I've got you covered. Before we start, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Let's dive into books in minutes.
Today, we are looking at Romancing Mister Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. This is the fourth book in the beloved historical romance series that took the world by storm. Julia Quinn wrote this book to explore a deeply relatable theme, what it feels like to be overlooked, and the transformative power of finally being seen for who you truly are. It flips the script on traditional romance by focusing not on the dazzling, flawless diamond of the season, but on the quiet girl in the corner, who has been secretly pulling the strings. This book is perfect for fans of slow burn, friends to lovers romance. If you enjoy stories about finding your own voice, overcoming deep-seated insecurities, and realizing that the people we put on pedestals have flaws of their own, this story will resonate deeply with you. Part 1: A Shift in Perspective. Our story centers on Penelope Featherington. At 28 years old, Penelope has officially crossed the threshold into spinsterhood in the eyes of 19th century London society. She has lost the lingering baby fat of her youth, and she has finally convinced her overbearing mother to let her wear flattering colors, instead of hideous yellows and oranges. Yet, society still largely treats her like part of the wallpaper. For over a decade, Penelope has harbored a massive, secret crush on Colin Bridgerton, the charming, handsome, and wealthy brother of her best friend, Eloise. Colin is 33, perpetually cheerful, and known for his constant, restless travels across the globe to places like Cyprus and Italy. When Colin returns to London from his latest trip, something shifts. Because Penelope is now older and considered firmly on the shelf, she no longer feels the crushing anxiety of the marriage mart. This newfound freedom allows her true personality to shine. She is witty, highly intelligent, and fiercely observant. For the first time, Colin stops seeing her as just his little sister's quiet friend and starts engaging with her in real, meaningful conversations. Part 2: The Challenge and the Journals. While their friendship is deepening, high society is thrown into absolute chaos. During the annual, and infamously terrible, Smythe-Smith musical, the formidable Lady Danbury stands up and issues a public challenge. She will pay a massive bounty of £1,000 to anyone who can unmask the true identity of Lady Whistledown, the mysterious and razor-sharp gossip columnist, who has been terrorizing and entertaining London for years. The entire city turns into amateur detectives. Colin, however, is intensely irritated by Lady Whistledown. He dislikes how much power this anonymous writer holds over his family and friends, and he finds the town's obsession with her to be shallow. Meanwhile, Penelope discovers a profound secret of Colin's. During a visit to the Bridgerton house, she accidentally reads a portion of his travel journals left out on a desk. When Colin catches her, he is furious and wildly defensive. But Penelope isn't mocking him, she is genuinely moved. She tells him his writing is brilliant, vivid, and captivating, and she strongly encourages him to publish his work. Through this vulnerable moment, we learn that beneath Colin's carefree, charming exterior lies a deep well of insecurity. He feels aimless. His older brothers hold titles and manage estates, but Colin feels he has no true purpose or lasting legacy. Part 3: The Unmasking. As the hunt for Lady Whistledown intensifies, a former bully of Penelope's, the snobbish Cressida Toomberley, falsely steps forward and claims to be the mysterious writer. Cressida is desperate for the prize money and the social clout. Penelope, fiercely protective of her life's work and her intellectual property, refuses to let a bully take credit for her decade of secret labor. She secretly writes a new column to expose Cressida's lie and heads out into the city to drop it off for her publisher. But Colin has noticed Penelope acting strangely. Suspecting she is in physical danger wandering the city alone, he follows her carriage into a rough part of town. He tracks her into a dusty church in Bloomsbury, and there, he watches in stunned silence as she hides an envelope containing the latest gossip sheet in a pew. Colin realizes the impossible truth. Penelope Featherington, the quiet, overlooked wallflower, is the most powerful writer in all of England. Part 4: From Anger to Love. When Colin intercepts her, their confrontation is explosive. He is furious that she put herself in danger, and he is deeply conflicted about her secret identity. But beneath the anger is a sudden, roaring wave of passion. In the confined space of the carriage ride home, their intense argument transforms into a deeply romantic and intimate encounter. Colin realizes he doesn't just like Penelope, he is irrevocably in love with her. As soon as they arrive at her home, he insists they are getting married. In one of the book's most humorous and telling scenes, Penelope's mother, Portia Featherington, is so entirely blind to her own daughter's worth that when Colin asks for permission to marry into the family, Portia assumes he is asking for Penelope's much younger, prettier sister, Felicity. Colin firmly, proudly, and loudly corrects her, making it abundantly clear that Penelope is the only woman he wants or has ever wanted. Part 5: The Blackmail and the Grand Reveal. Their engagement is a joyous affair, but a dark cloud looms over them. Cressida Toomberley manages to piece together clues about the timeline of the secret column and realizes Penelope is the real Lady Whistledown. Cressida shows up at Penelope's house and attempts to blackmail her, demanding an exorbitant sum of £10,000 to keep the secret. Penelope is terrified of ruining the Bridgerton family name, but Colin steps in. He realizes that paying off a blackmailer never ends well. Furthermore, he recognizes his own internal struggle. He had been secretly jealous of Penelope's massive success as a writer, which was holding back his own potential. Once he lets go of his male pride, he decides they must take control of the narrative together. During a lavish ball hosted by his sister Daphne at Hastings House, Colin executes a brilliant plan. With the blessing of his older brother Anthony, Colin steps up onto a chair and commands the room's attention. He gives a beautiful, heartfelt speech about how much he loves his new wife. He praises her intelligence, her wit, and her bravery. And then, to the shock of the entire glittering society, he announces that he is the proudest man in the room, because his wife is none other than Lady Whistledown. Instead of turning on her, the crowd, led by the influential Lady Danbury, erupts into applause. Penelope is finally seen, celebrated, and loved for exactly who she is. And Colin, inspired by his wife's courage, finally finds his own purpose and begins editing his travel journals for publication. Key takeaways. Let's look at the most important lessons we can draw from this story. First, a masterclass in covert feminism. This book is fundamentally about female empowerment in a patriarchal society. In 19th century England, women could not vote, easily own property, or speak their minds without facing social ruin. Penelope bypassed all of these rules. By creating Lady Whistledown, she built her own financial empire, established total independence, and gave herself a voice that commanded the attention of the most powerful men in the country. It shows that even when society tries to silence you, intelligence and resourcefulness can help you carve out your own power. Second, the hidden depth of quiet people. Penelope's character teaches us that those who observe often know the most. Society judged her by her quiet demeanor and lack of fashionable flair, completely missing her brilliant mind. In real life, this is a reminder to look past superficial traits and listen to the quietest people in the room. They often have the most valuable insights. Third, the importance of finding your own purpose. Colin had money, looks, and charm, but he was deeply unhappy because he lacked a personal legacy. It wasn't until he recognized his talent for writing that he felt complete. This shows us that external validation and comfort are not enough. Humans need a sense of purpose and a creative outlet to feel truly fulfilled. Fourth, true love requires checking your ego. Colin couldn't truly love Penelope until he accepted all of her, including her secret, sometimes ruthless, alter ego. He had to let go of his own ego and his jealousy of her success to support her. This teaches us that a healthy partnership isn't about outshining one another, it's about being your partner's biggest champion. If you are someone who struggles with imposter syndrome, or if you feel like you are waiting for your real life to begin, the journey of Colin and Penelope offers a wonderful blueprint for stepping into your own light. So what do you think about this book? Did its ideas resonate with you, or challenge the way you see things? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you took away from it. And if there's a book you'd like me to cover next, drop that below as well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.